Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. These are unprecedented times with the global spread of COVID-19 that requires that we take immediate action. As you are aware, President Trump announced guidelines for America, 15 days to slow the spread. Our state will be implementing additional measures to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. As you all know, we have been very proactive in working social distancing in our efforts to ensure that the impact of COVID-19 here is minimized. These actions may seem extreme to some of you, and we know that it will have a negative impact on our economy, but we are confident that taking aggressive actions now will allow us to have quicker recovery when the crisis is over. With Hawaii's aloha spirit and hospitality, we have always prided ourselves on sharing our islands and culture with the world. However, with the threat of COVID-19, we need to take care of our people and communities first. I am strongly encouraging our guests to postpone their vacations for at least the next 30 days and reschedule it for a later date. This will help us to deal with the virus first, protect the integrity of our destination, and enable us to welcome our visitors back to Hawaii soon. We will be taking strong measures to secure our islands. Effective this Friday, screening of all passengers disembarking cruise ships will begin. This will include thermal screening and interviews conducted by physicians. We are aware that while planned cruises have been put on hiatus for 30 days, we do believe that implementing these measures at this point in time is important to our communities. Our airports are working on implementation plans to implement screening of our arriving visitors as we anticipate having this in place soon. Experts continue to say that social distancing is the most effective way to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. We continue to encourage everyone to practice good hygiene. If you are ill, stay at home. If your children are ill, keep them at home. With this in mind, we are also directing the following actions. Social gatherings should be limited to groups of no more than 10, following the CDC guidelines. All bars and clubs should be closed. Restaurants should adjust their operations to pivot to drive-through, takeout, pickup, or delivery services only. Closures of theaters and entertainment centers and visitor attractions should commence. We encourage everyone to avoid any discretionary travel. We should suspend services and activities in places of worship that gathers 10 or more people. High-risk individuals should stay at home and take additional precautions. We are asking everyone to not visit nursing homes or retirement or long-term care facilities. If someone in your household has tested positive for COVID-19, the entire household should be in isolation. Stability is important during these times and this unprecedented situation. We have taken action in the following areas. All utilities have been directed to take necessary measures to ensure that they can continue to operate in the normal course of this outbreak. Director Hara has a full authority to determine what constitutes critical infrastructure or essential services that will continue operations. This includes utilities, fuel producers, shipping facilities and industry, financial institutions, financial services, telecommunications companies, wholesalers and distributors, grocery stores, pharmacies, gas stations, and other industries that are vital to our community. For both the utilities and essential services, government resources and support can be deployed as necessary to continue their operations. We have eliminated the 1-week waiting period for unemployment insurance benefits so that those who are unemployed can receive benefits immediately. The Office of Consumer Protection is working with its landlord-tenant center and effective already under the emergency provisions. Applicable provisions can be implemented to protect tenants. During the emergency, the following additional steps are being discussed with our community's business partners and nonprofit organizations to maintain stability for our families. We are working to ensure employees have benefits, even if employees are not at work. We are working to halt evictions for non-payment of rent. We are working to halt foreclosures. We are working with public and private utility providers to ensure that services are not shut off during these critical times for critical utilities such as electricity, gas, water, internet service, landline telephone service, and cell phone services. The state is also taking action to focus on the next 15 days. As governor, I have always directed that we should lead by action. All cabinet level directors have been directed to review their departments and identify the following: essential functions which will be required. People who conduct essential functions will be required to report to work. Non-essential employees that are able to work remotely via telework or other technology will be working from home. Non-essential workers who are unable to work remotely via telework or other technology would be assigned to be at home. They could be reassigned on other work that is within their job description and classification that could be done via telework. For the next 15 calendar days, I'm directing departments to have all non-essential staff stay home. Essential workers will continue to report to work. All employees will continue to be paid and will still be eligible for sick leave, vacation, and other benefits. Every employee should look to their respective department for detailed instructions on how this will be implemented. We are also banning all non-essential travel for state workers, including travel to the neighbor islands. And anyone who travels will be required to complete a 14-day self-quarantine. These provisions do not apply to the Department of Education. As you are aware, we had an announcement concerning the public schools a day ago. We continue to look at additional services. The libraries, state libraries will be closing temporarily so that we can assess and evaluate operations to maintain social distancing. There will be no fees for late returns on library online resources. There will be no fees for late returns and the library's online resources will still be available. All events at the state capitol and the State Art Museum, tours at Washington Place has been suspended. Events at Aloha Stadium and the Convention Center have been canceled for the next 30 days. The Department of Land and Natural Resources is closing parks, offices with in-person access, and those that include large gatherings. It is essential that we keep our government operations and services continuing during this time, but still keep all of our employees and our community safe and healthy. We do expect that there will be more stringent actions that will be required in the days to come as we watch the COVID-19 pandemic unfold. We continue to look at other options to improve social distancing so that we can truly flatten the curve of this epidemic. I would like to continue to emphasize that it is our entire community's responsibility on how we can work together to reduce the spread of COVID-19 in our communities. Sick individuals should stay at home. They should not be at work or they should not be at school. Wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizers, limit interactions with groups of people larger than 10. We encourage all of our businesses to look at telework and ensuring social distancing in their work environments. I am confident the one thing that Hawaii has always been the number one community on the planet is working together and coming together to help each other get through the most difficult challenges that our community faces. And with that, I am open to take any questions.
Governor, the CDC issued these recommendations over the weekend to bring the gatherings of 50 people or more. President Trump said the same thing yesterday with the 10 people or more. Why has it taken it so long for you to implement these things?
Well, they did announce it yesterday, I believe, and certainly this is a day later, and we are certainly advocating that it be reduced to 10.
The CDC came out with these guidelines on Sunday.
Well, I apologize for that. You know, we are rolling it out as soon as we can.
Are you mandating for bars to close, or is this a strong suggestion?
Yeah, we are directing bars to close. We do believe that opportunities for individuals to gather can be opportunities to spread the virus. So we want all gatherings of more than 10 individuals to stop.
What happens if they don't vote?
You know, we are asking for the community's participation and support. You know, obviously, if someone chooses to disobey the orders, then we'll deal with it appropriately.
Governor, have you made any cost estimates of your call to ask people to suspend travel here for 30 days?
No, I do not have any cost. But, you know, at this point in time, it's about the health and safety of our community. We do know that there will be significant impact. We know that COVID-19 has already caused significant economic activity in our community and around the world. You know, our focus at this point in time is really the health of our community. We believe that we are asking our visitors to reschedule their trips to the islands because we want to focus on what's important, which is the health and safety of our community.